On July 19th, 2020, Kanye held a rally in South Carolina. It was like an hour-long rally. There was a lot of people yelling. He was saying a lot of stuff. A lot of people were agreeing, a lot of people were disagreeing, a lot of people booing, a lot of people cheering. You can go look it up yourself. But since this video is about the album, I want to focus on this one part because it's going to be important for everything moving on past now. In this clip that I'm about to show, Kanye breaks down crying, talking about how his dad wanted him to be aborted and how his mom saved him. And he reveals the cycle almost continued by saying he almost did the same thing in North. And of course, as a Christian man, thou shalt not kill. On July 20th, 2020, Kanye went on a Twitter rant against Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian. Let's go. He starts off by saying, "Kris, don't play with me. You and that Kanye are not allowed around my children. Y'all tried to lock me up." Sometime after he had first announced that he was running for president, there were reports going around saying that he was having a manic episode and that his family was worried about him. Next, he says, "Everybody knows the movie Get Out is about me," referring to the Jordan Peele movie Get Out. People have been saying Kanye's in Kardashian family and he's in the sunken place and everything like that. I think other people may have had a different take, but I assume this tweet means that Jordan Peele was inspired by Kanye's life with the Kardashians to make the movie. Next up, he says, "I put my life on my God that North's mom would never photograph her doing Playboy, and that's on God. I'm at the ranch. Come and get me." He then tweeted Drake with the chin scratching emoji. On this same day, July 20th, a song was released from Heady One called Only You Freestyle featuring Drake, where Drake seemingly dissed Pusha and Kanye. So I assume this is what Kanye's tweeting about. And to further that point, the next tweet is him saying, "Come and get me. This is the Exodus," like Pusha said, which is a reference to Pusha T's song Exodus 23:1. Where he dissed Wayne, Birdman, and Drake. On God. Shia is cap. Then he says, "Kim tried to bring a doctor to lock me up with a doctor. If I get locked up like Mandela, y'all will know why." Shia was supposed to do the first YEEZYGAP shoot, and he never showed up. Anna Wintour always showed me love, but when I told her I was going to Gap, she looked at me like I was crazy. Then she called back kissing my ass. Kris and Kim call me now. He then shares a screenshot of a message he sent Kris saying, "Duece Ye, you ready to talk now? Or are still avoiding my calls?" So I guess he's trying to get in contact with them and they're not answering. Then he says, "West children will never do Playboy West." Just saying he's not gonna let his kids get pimped out. He then tweeted out "Righteous Indignation," which is a line he said in the song Donda. He said, "Righteous indignation in this nation. We gonna start a revolution in this basement." Righteous indignation means a reactive emotion of anger over mistreatment, insult, or malice of another. So I guess that's what he's feeling right now. He then says, "I love my wife. My family must live next to me. It's not up to E or NBC anymore," which is the channel that Keeping Up with the Kardashians comes on. NBC locked up Bill Cosby, which I guess he's saying since he's speaking out against them, something might happen to him. Kim was trying to fly to Wyoming with a doctor to lock me up, like in the movie Get Out, because I cried about saving my daughter's life yesterday. After that, he then said, "I'ma focus on the music now." Then, he tweeted out the second track list for Donda. The track list is Stay On 'Em, I Know God Breathed on This, Off the Grid, Keep My Spirit Alive, In God's Country, God's Country, Future Sounds, Praise God, New Body, SpaceX, Alien, which was supposed to be on Yandhi, Donda, and Lord I Need You. So there you go. I would like to point out that he deleted most of the tweets from his rant, but the two he did keep up is West's children would never do Playboy West. I'm guessing he kept that up because he's serious about that. And he also kept up Righteous Indignation, most likely because that's part of the song that he's releasing, and that's how he's feeling. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. And at this time online, a lot of people were saying that there wasn't anybody around Kanye that loves him and he had no support or whatever. So usually what he likes to do whenever people talk about him or say something negative about him, he counters by doing something very positive. And the next day, Kanye posted up a video of Dave Chappelle, Jerobi White, Victory Boy's dad, and his old manager, John Monopoly, visiting him at the ranch.
We're gonna do that. That was good right there. That was it. That laugh. Because the people always be like having these pictures and they do a fake style on the Oh, right on. Alright. Thanks for coming out checking on me, bro. Anytime, bro. Thanks for checking on me. Jerome, I love you, Kanye. And I'm gonna send you guys Scene's number right now. And who needs them? Alright, praise God. Yes, sir. You know, much love, bro.
Later on, Kanye would then go on to post multiple new track lists for Donda. You might notice he's using that font from earlier. Also, he took out a lot of vowels for some reason. In one of the first new ones, going down the middle section, the new track list is With Child, I Know God Breathed on This, RN, In God's Country, God's Country, Alien, Off the Grid, Future Bounce, Keep Our Spirit Alive, Welcome to My Life, Lord I Need You Around Me, Donda, Praise God, then on the left, Glory, Jesus King Era, Our King, Wake the Dead, Another Jesus King Era, 12,000 Acres, Spread My Wings from Yandhi, and on the right, 24, which some have speculated to be a Kobe tribute track, New Body, and I Feel Terrific. He then reposted the track list and showed they has a bunch of track lists printed out on different sheets of orange paper, and the caption was confirming the full name of the album. It's Donda with Child. It says Donda with Child, new album and movie this Friday. Here's a few more of the track lists he was posting. He was posting a bunch. I don't know what's going to be on the project. Later on, he went on another Twitter spree, all positivity when the devil attacks. Even if I never see my kids till they are 18 because you believe white people, on God, North will never be exploited by the system of white supremacy. He then posted another screenshot with the caption, White supremacy at its highest, no cap. The screenshot was again of him trying to contact Chris saying, Duece Ye, you want to talk or go to war? Then he said, MJ told you about Tommy before they killed him. Kim saved my daughter's life in the name of Jesus. It's God's choice only. I will live for my children. Chris, I'm in Cody if you're not playing on another one of your children's Playboy shoots. And Tommy, he's referring to Tommy Mottola, who Michael Jackson called out for being racist, and then, soon after he got those allegations put on him. Again, he says, come and get me. Larsa, referring to Larsa Pippen, who cheated on her husband Scottie Pippen with Future. In Jesus' name, no more cap. Drake. They tried to fly in with 2 doctors to 5150 me. Pretty much what 5150 is, if someone looks or is acting quote-unquote crazy, they lock you up. They go lock you up somewhere. That's not the full definition. Go look it up if you want, but that's pretty much what he's saying. I've been trying to get divorced since Kim met with Meek at the Waldorf for quote-unquote prison reform. I got 200 more to go. This my lady tweet of the night. Kris-Jong Un. Lil Baby, my favorite rapper, but won't do a song with me. Now, Lil Baby did respond to that. He said, nobody told me Ye was trying to get me on a song. That's fucked up. Then he added Kanye and said, no disrespect. Nobody told me. He continued, Meek is my man and was respectful. That's my dog. Kim was out of line. I'm worth $5 billion and more than that through Christ. But y'all ain't listen to MJ and now y'all believe them? Chris and Kim put out a statement without my approval. That's not what a wife should do. White supremacy, says the future president. Now, he deleted all the other tweets, but he still has this one kept up, so there you go. The next day, July 22nd, Kim put out her own statement. You can pause it and read it if you want, or go find it somewhere else, but she's pretty much just saying Kanye's going through an episode. He's having problems with his mental health. She's asking people to be compassionate and understanding and some other stuff. But yeah. That same day, Kanye posted up a picture with the caption, Yeezy Team. In the picture is a group of people who appear to be Farnsworth Bentley, Casey Pluto, Ronnie J, some white guy, and Cyhi the Prince. Alright, for this next little bit, pretty much everything I'm about to cover all happens within a day. So let's go. On July 25th, 2020, Kid Cudi got on IG Live, and while on there, a fan asked if he was going to be on Donda, and he said,
You on Donda? No, I'm not, unfortunately.
Kanye, of course, bypassed mentioning the album and posted up this pic of Justin Bieber and Damon Dash. By the way, E! News claims that he's trying to get Justin on the album, so we'll see. Also, here's a video of Kanye skating in an office in San Francisco.
So you made this stool too, then?
Yes, I make all of the furniture.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's fun here, isn't
all
it?
one piece. It's not like it's a seat and then chairs. Everything is.
Then he tweeted out saying, Piano Trap Lil Wayne, which he's referring to the song Piano Trap off of Lil Wayne's album titled Funeral. Then he said, I need me and Rita have Jay open every one of our albums out of respect and lineage. And Drake and Nicki have Wayne open every one of their albums. Wayne Triple Goat, 2020 Vision. Yeah, I spelled wrong. Now a lot of people were confused by what he was saying with this tweet. I thought it was obvious. He's saying out of respect for Jay. Jay should be the intro on Kanye and Rihanna's albums. And Wayne should be the intro on Drake and Nicki's albums. Come on, people. If you woke, then wake up. Next, he tweeted a public apology to Kim, saying he didn't cover her like she's covered him. Then, after flying back to Wyoming after skating in San Francisco, it was reported that Kanye went to the hospital for anxiety, but left because there were too many people and he felt uncomfortable. So instead, they sent an ambulance down to his ranch to check his vitals and confirmed that he was in no danger. Then he left to go ride on his ATV. He then tweeted out clothes designs with the caption, YEEZYGAP Year Zero, and it looks similar to this post they made back in 2018 of these little figures. And speaking of 2018, that's something I wanted to bring up a little while ago, but I kept forgetting. I think all these big business moves he's making now, whether that be Yeezy or his music or Gap or the shelters or even the presidency, I think that is all stuff he was working towards back in 2018 during the Yandhi era. Now we're all seeing it come to fruition. Big difference is now there's the full religious element. I'm not sure how the Yandhi era would have actually went. Some really good things could have happened and probably would have happened. And some really bad things could have happened and most likely would have happened. It would have been beautiful. But
I guess we'll never know.
On July 25th, 2020, Kanye tweeted out what supposedly is going to be the album cover for Donda. The whole picture itself kind of reminds me of the chorus from Hurricane. Here's a clip of Kanye singing it.
It has to be 80 degrees to create a hurricane.
We will float over water, headed to the shore. As we reach our nirvana, sacred so pure, lift off the ground. I know you will.
So just as a reminder, Hurricane was one of the songs that Kanye put on one of the track lists. So there's a good sign that the song will be on the album. But it's Kanye, so we'll see. So yeah, everything from Kid Cudi announcing he's now on Donda, to this was all on July 25th, all one day. Moving on July 27th, 2020, Lil Baby posted up some pics and a video indicating that he was hopping on a private jet on his way somewhere. There were heavy speculations that he was on his way to Wyoming. Then, Casey Pluto, who's been purposely liking a lot of Donda related stuff, pretty much confirmed it by liking this post. Also, he made a post saying, locked in with, and that's it, he just finished the tweet like that. Then he tweeted out a baby bottle. So, baby bottle, Lil Baby. He deleted that tweet, but that's all the confirmation we needed. That same day, Kim flew out to Wyoming to meet up with Kanye, and they both went out for a drive to get some Wendy's. So I guess there's some good news. I'm not sure what they're talking about based on their facial expressions, but there you go. On July 21st, 2020, Dame Dash, who flew down to Wyoming and has been seen with Kanye a lot recently, went on the Earn Your Leisure YouTube channel for an interview. Here's what he said about the new music he's heard from Kanye.
Damn, I wonder if Kanye would get mad. But I want to play, I'm not going to play it live, but after I'm going to play some shit. I can't give it to you, but that nigga new shit is retarded.
Don't worry, nobody's listening.
Nobody's listening.
Bro,
For the slow ones out there, retarded in this sense is a good thing. It was reported that on July 26th, 2020, Rick Rubin flew down to Wyoming. Now, as you may or may not know, Rick Rubin was a key factor in the finishing Yeezus. Now, Kanye might have asked him to come down just to listen to the music, just see what he thinks about it, just to get his opinion, or get his production input on it. Could be something, could be nothing. We'll see. On July 31st, 2020, Casey Pluto tweeted out more cook-ups with the plane emojis, hinting that he's going back to Wyoming. Someone also asked if Donda was coming out, and obviously he said yes. And like I said earlier, he's been liking people's comments asking him about Donda, and now people are taking him at his word. And someone brought up to him that he said it was going to drop in July, and he simply responded, changed. Mike Dean, who I mentioned earlier, had said he hadn't talked to Kanye since Jesus is King, which now I guess up to that point means he hadn't worked on Donda, has recently also now been liking tweets hinting that he's doing something on Donda. So the album's got to be close to done by now. I know it's Kanye, but still. Like usual, we'll see. On July 31st, 2020, Kanye tweeted out in response to everybody who was concerned about him for crying at his rally when he was speaking about how he almost aborted Northwest. Then he tweeted again saying, "There's a tactic of 4 Ds, distract, discredit, dismiss, to destroy. I am quite alright. Take a second to think about what is being projected here." Also, he said, 22,500,000 black babies have been aborted over the past 50 years. So you might notice whenever Kanye is dropping a new album or is making a new album, obviously a lot of rappers use hyperboles and over-exaggerate and whatever, but a lot of the stuff that he talks about that he's going through and that's going on around him is real. And at the moment, with his album being titled Donda with Child, and when a woman is with child, that means she's pregnant, this topic of abortion seems to be weighing really heavy on him right now. So I don't know if that's what the album is going to be centered around. Definitely it's going to be a song or a couple songs. At least one. But yeah, that's how he's feeling right now.
I just want to read one little quote here because I thought it was so funny, pointing to the fact that it's so hard nowadays to actually do parody. You cannot stay ahead of how weird shit is. And at the end, I don't want to give too much away, but during the alien invasion, Kanye West says, "You need not be afraid. They speak to me in supernatural verses. I am one with their jam." And I'm not so sure he didn't say that this week.
Yeah, I know. It's a very strange thing where parody becomes very parallel with reality. But we got to mark these things. You know, he's one of the great characters of our zeitgeist at this moment. And I wanted him to have a place in it, no matter what he's doing. I can't figure it out.
For me, it was a real gift in this time.
On July 30th, 2020, It was speculated that Vanessa Beecroft, who works in photography, video art, sculptures, and paintings, and assisted in helping Kanye do his Mary play from 2019, it was speculated that she flew into Wyoming to work on some kind of new project. It was confirmed a couple days later with these various Instagram pics. Now, Kanye did say he was working on the Donda film, so maybe this is that. Maybe this is for something else. We'll see. On August 2nd, 2020, Twilight, who is a producer / radio host / DJ from Chicago, who Kanye gave a shout out to on his song Facts, posted up a pic to his Instagram story of himself, John Monopoly, and Kanye, letting people know he's at the ranch. Not sure what this is going to lead to, but hey, they're working. On August 5th, 2020, it was reported that Kanye, Kim, and their kids went on some secret vacation somewhere where there was no paparazzi that can find them, and supposedly it won't be a quote-unquote short trip. Kanye was seen hopping on a private jet, so there's probably some validity to this. So who knows when Donda's coming, but there you go. That same day, Casey Pluto hopped on IG Live, and while on there, Blue Convict pinned a message to the live chat saying, "Donda on the way." He also said, "Ye album is coming soon, people," with the shh emoji. So, Donda on the way? Oh yeah, and also, Victory Boy confirmed she landed in Wyoming, so things are moving along. On August 6th, 2020, Kanye sent out a couple tweets. One saying, "The goal is to win," most likely in response to people saying that he's only trying to run for presidency so he can take votes from Biden and so that Trump can win. He's pretty much saying, that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to win. He then tweeted this picture of his mother, Donda, holding him as a baby with the caption, "Thank you, God and Mom and Dad, for letting me live." So he's still on the anti-abortion thing, which, as I said earlier, is probably going to have something to do with the album, or at least a couple tracks. The album is titled Donda with Child. This is literally Donda with her child. So, there you go. And lastly, he tweeted this out with the caption, 2020 Vision. As you can see, it's a vision board with a bunch of different pictures, like America with his last name, West, on it. 46 as in the next president. White Jesus. Harley Davidson. 2020 Vision. And a bunch of other stuff.
Now we're finally here.
It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. Ooh.
See, go!
Do this dance, don't you?
Oh my god.
This dance. Come on, go, drive. Come on, Macy, don't you do this dance.
That's a whole different song.
So yes, on August 7th, 2020, Kanye posted up this video of him, North, and Kim riding along on wherever they're at, running along the cart, doing their dance, having fun. Up until maybe last week, people were saying that the whole presidency thing and all his rants and stuff were the lead up to his album, like it was all album promotion. Now that there are reports saying that he's just trying to mess it up for Biden and trying to help Trump win, now everybody done forgot about the album promotion. Now they just want to talk about him trying to mess it up for Biden. They're flip-flopping. They don't know what he's doing, so they just got to make stuff up as they go along, so whatever makes sense to them at the time. What they're not paying attention to is, this is the album rollout. I'm not saying Kanye's doing it intentionally, but at least ever since the rally, when he cried about how North almost got aborted, he's been hammering down on the abortion thing. And look, I'm not even reaching with this one. And I also want to point out that he's wearing this jersey with the word wolves on it. I know it's from a team, but Kanye has that song Wolves from The Life of Pablo, where he says, "Cover Nori in lamb's wool, we surrounded by the fucking wolves." And the wolves could be the media, peers, the public, just anybody that's trying to harm them in any type of way. He even referenced it when he was apologizing to Kim, saying he didn't cover her like she's covered him. So I just want to throw those things out there real quick. This is the album Rollout. And hopefully Donda on the way soon. Alright, new tweet storm. We're just going to cover these real quick. He started off by saying he likes this little Louis Vuitton vest that I guess someone accused Virgil Abloh of stealing from. I think this has something to do with those dome shelters he's building. Says he's trying to make the Indiana Boulder as a door in real life. Not exactly sure how that would work, but he'll find a way. Some kind of couch or I don't know. A very colorful jacket. Terrell, he's referring to James Terrell, who he said he copied to make the structure from one of the Sunday service locations with all the lights and colors. Color study. Yeezy constant growth and development. Eddie Murphy as Axel Foley from the movie Beverly Hills Cop with the Adidas on, of course. A shirt. Some new Yeezy Crocs. A pissy jacket. Yeezy mask. Absolutely no idea. Cargo pants sketch. Woolly jacket. Now he actually deleted this one. I'm not sure why, but it's people modeling these weird clothes on the beach. So there you go. Not a clue. Fight racism pants. Herzog. A bummy outfit. Yeezy foam runner sketch. An outfit of his from 2019. And yeah. Vision Streetwear clothing line. 2020. West Day Ever logo. Some new Yeezys. And yes, they've been compared to a whole bunch of stuff. So let's just run down the list real quick. Laughing face emoji. Sora shoes from Kingdom Hearts. Minion. And Wolverine. Once again, he brings up Donda, reminiscing when they moved to China for a year when he was 10 years old. Manga. A whole army of Yeezy designs. This, I'm not sure what this could be for. This is either for the New Body music video, some kind of Yeezy commercial, a parade, I don't know. D-Rose Yeezys.
Bigfoot. Bigfoot.
I'm getting a picture for y'all.
The right line.
And finally, Underwater Homes. To God be the glory. In Jesus' name, amen. On August 10th, 2020, Boo Conway got on IG Live to announce that Donda was still coming and that there was quote-unquote technical difficulties. So there you go. An update from someone directly in his camp.
That's right. Listen though, Donda's coming soon. The album's coming soon. I promise y'all, we gotta get it right so it can be right for the people. You dig what I'm saying? Technical difficulties, but we gotta get it right. We gotta get it to a place where you guys can love it. You dig what I'm saying? So it's coming soon.
On August 12th, 2020, Kanye posted this picture up to Twitter with the caption, James Terrell Amphitheater sketch. And here's a sketch right here with the title God's Country. So he still got something going on with that name. And if you look down a little farther, you can see one of the track lists he has. And on it, there's a rock covering half of it. But from what can be read, you see I something, Future Bounce, 24, Hurricane, Wash Us in the Blood, In God's Country, In God's Country. Then, under all these little papers down way at the bottom, it says Eternal Life. So I don't know if this is just one of the random track lists, or did he condense it and cut some songs? We'll see. Then, on August 16th, 2020, Kim K posted up a picture hinting that Sunday service was back. And after that, she uploaded some videos of the performance. Notice how they're all wearing orange, which is seen to be a theme for Donda. They also performed a new song, presumably off Donda.
Yes, Lord, we wave them high. Exhausted. It's never the right time to go. I had to think twice before I move. Standing my ground will break. Choose puddles. Be careful when you choose your steps. Gotta make it right before you left. Gotta make it right before you left. Exhausted. It's never the right time to go. I had to think twice before I move. Standing my ground won't break my move. Choose puddles. Be careful when you choose your steps. Gotta make it right before you left. Gotta make it right before you left. Everybody wanna feel everything gon' be right. New me over the old me. Let it all out.
Then after, she posted saying that the new music would be coming soon. So... Back in July 2020, Griselda member Benny the Butcher talked to Joe Budden about me and Kanye back in March and going to Wyoming to work. He said he himself didn't get on any actual songs and said that Kanye seemed like he wanted to ask him to get on a song, but he was busy.
No, real quick before we get into his question, how was it? Let's talk about the Kanye experience.
It was dope, man. Going out there working with Ye, he got the fucking chef, he got the whole fucking shit. There's motherfucking donkeys and lambs running around.
What's his chef making?
He was in Wyoming?
What's his chef making?
This was Utah?
She's just bringing some fruit out. Like, what's she
doing?
doing?
Jamaican food. Some
Crazy
crazy
got some
shit.
soul in there.
Okay. No, real shit.
There's some soul in
This is
there.
Wyoming or is this LA?
This is Wyoming.
Jamaican food in Wyoming. I don't know.
No, real shit.
I don't know.
It was black people. You know what I'm saying?
Was there any white people there?
Yeah, hell yeah. This Kanye West we talking about. Real
All right,
shit.
so some whites there too. So you went there without disclosing too much. Like, what can you tell us about this Wyoming experience? It was a lot more friendly.
It was like
than
the rappers and producers out there, you know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I didn't record nothing or nothing like that. We was just kicking it, you know what I mean? Just chopping it up.
Ain't hear nothing that spoke to you?
Nah, yeah, I did. I heard some shit. He played a whole bunch of shit. I heard some shit. Some shit I would have rapped on, but we never loaded it up. It was late. We was tired as fuck though. But it was cool being out there.
Was Cyhi there?
He was there. He was there. That's my boy.
You told him about me?
He didn't tell you anything like, hey, I invited y'all out here to do music. Just wanted y'all to kick it.
Hey, write this rhyme for me.
It seemed like he was.
Hey, can you guys dance in the background while I rap about Jesus?
I'm trying to get the New York vote.
It seemed like
Buffalo's an important area.
It seemed like that nigga wanted to, but I had to go. I had to get back for some shit. He was moving. He had like some like crazy whole bunch of private plane of white people landed, and he was running around showing them shit. They was kicking it, so probably was some important shit he had to tend to. I had to tend to some shit, so I stayed for like 2 days, and then I had to pill.
Yeah.
You know
He had the ghost of Walt Disney just chilling. He had to get to.
No, real shit, real shit.
Then, on August 17th, 2020, another member of Griselda, Conway the Machine, talked about his experience in Wyoming. He says he has a song with Kanye and Westside Gunn. He was in LA helping Kanye write. He says he was in Wyoming when Kanye announced he was running for president, among other things.
Something that I don't know if we're going to be able to put out or not, but you're in LA you were helping Kanye write some shit.
Yeah, I'm
doing a little ghost, you know, collaboration.
Ideas, man. I'm just, I'm in the room for the vibe, man, and the inspiration.
Yeah, all other Kanye shit aside, he's one of the greatest artists of all time. And I'm curious, how did the relationship with you and like how did you end up in that discussion?
That's somebody else that I forgot to. I consider Kanye like a real friend.
You and Kanye, you would consider him a friend?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you've been around him recently. How do you feel like? Is he like good? Is like he in good spirits? Like
he's in good spirits, but it's like, see, I don't know because I didn't know him
prior
to what people would say him changing and going, going left. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but just me being around him, man, I know his heart. I know.
I said that on Twitter the other day. I'm like, yo,
man, he got a good heart.
Right.
He he mean well. I'm gonna be just totally 1,000% honest. I feel like he just need, some better guys in his circle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw somebody say like, yo, man, like
some better dudes.
Sometimes you gotta
listen and respect them dudes, and you know that it's all that they telling you something and critiquing.
Because they love you.
It's because they love you. You know what I'm saying? But I just hate to see like all the jokes and the social media ridicule, man, of my brother, man, because like, you know what I'm saying? He going through some things, man. You know what I'm saying? And we all go through it in life. And
of course.
And I'm not, trying to condone or make no excuses and shit for him, but I love that man, and you know what I mean? So it's like, when I got love for people, even if I don't know you or whatever, like, I just love everybody. I got more love in my heart than hate. So, like, I'm not here to tear a nigga down and tell him what he can't do or, yo, you crazy, you tripping. Like, when he announced, I was, you know what I'm saying, on the ranch when he called me and Cyhi was in the studio. He like, yo, I'm just check the Twitter. I'm running for president.
You were in Wyoming.
Right. When I got that spot. And then I started seeing like Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the ridicule and all that, making fun of that, man. And I just look at shit like that's our problem, man, in the community. Like we too quick to tear somebody down than to kind of build them up. I don't give a fuck if niggas say, man, I'm about to, build me a house on the moon. I'll be like, I know that shit gonna be fly, bro. Hell yeah, do that shit. Yeah. I'm just one of them type of niggas. I ain't negative, like tearing nobody down.
Yeah, how did that initial like connection happen? Because I do like, look, Kanye keeps, he got Push around him, he got Cyhi around him, he got some of the greatest lyricists of all time around him. But like, you specifically, how did that relationship start? Did he reach out? His people reach out?
It was, I really don't know if it was like he reached out or whatever, but I just remember this was that Sunday after our show at the Novel, the last show of the tour.
Which was right before everything shut down.
Right before everything shut down. That's
early
the
March.
last show was March 7th.
Yep.
March 8th, we went to Sunday service that morning.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember.
And he seen us in the crowd, looked like, oh, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So after this joint, you know what I mean, he bring us in the back of this shit or whatever. And we just sitting there, and Kanye, he's a real sporadic, like, dude like that. Like, he just like, man, we need to go to Cabo and just record all this energy right now. I looked in the crowd, I seen y'all there. You know what I mean? Like, we just need to all just get on the jet, just go to Cabo. You know what I mean? Me and Benny looking at each other like, shit, nigga, we still got warrants.
Oh, right,
passport. I can't move around like that. You know what I mean? So we literally ended up going to Wyoming the next morning.
So the next morning, tour ends.
Tour ends. Next morning, we go to Sunday service. Next morning, we fly into Wyoming.
Wow.
Get in the studio.
You, Benny,
with Kanye.
Was Gun not there?
Yeah, he came,
because I remember he had like a meeting with Ghazi.
Yeah, he had some other shit he had to do, and then he met us out there. But me and Benny was already out there. Yep.
Wow. Yep. So let me ask you this: like, y'all over some. First of all, obviously, you helping him with creating records. But is there going to be any sort of? I don't know if it's. Is there any Kanye records where you or Benny are on the record with him that exist? Not saying they're ever going to come out.
Oh, man.
I mean, you went to Wyoming.
Chad, man. I don't know. I'm going to get a phone call soon, man.
I mean, look,
but I'm going to keep it 100. There is one. There's a record. Benny's not on it, but I was in the room. I'm with the nigga. You feel me? And he like, young, like, I want to just keep your verse on there and have West do one, and then I do the third verse type shit. It's different atmosphere than the type of studio atmosphere
that you're
I'm
used to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no cussing, ain't nobody cussing, ain't no smoking, no drinking, or none of that. It's real, just it's good energy though. It's great energy. Like, it ain't.
Were you on your Jesus shit when you was rapping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he took you to a different place, because I'm like, yo, you on that, you talk that talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah. You know what I'm saying? I found a way to kind of just make it like to where I was just thankful for even having a second chance at life and to be in this position. Because shit, like I said, could have been left. I could have died when I got shot. So I just, talked about those times where, like, I feel like God was there for me.
So there you have it. All three members have spoken. There's definitely material. What will Kanye do with it? We'll see. On August 17th, 2020, 2 Chainz posted up some pictures promoting his new album titled So Help Me God, which was the title that Kanye was going with back in 2015. That eventually turned into Waves, and finally, The Life of Pablo. In the picture, 2 Chainz can be seen wearing Yeezy slides. Apparently Kanye saw the pic and retweeted it, giving 2 Chainz back a shout out. 2 Chainz then responded to his tweet and said, well, I guess the album ain't done. His album is supposed to come out in September, so he could be referring to his album, but nobody knows when Kanye's album is done, so he could be referring to Kanye's album. Either way, he's hinting they were going to work on new music. On August 19th, 2020, Kanye posted up a picture of the board game Othello, saying Othello is my new Connect 4. On the Yandhi version of the song Alien, Othello is referenced in the hook, referring to a character of the same name from a Shakespeare story. Some version of Alien is anticipated to be on Donda. 2 Chainz and Cyhi the Prince both have verses on the Yandhi version of Alien that leaked. And who was he spied with later that day? I want to point out a couple of things real quick. A screenshot was posted that showed that Kanye and Chief Keef were on FaceTime, so we'll see where that goes. There have been rumors that he's in Atlanta right now, putting things together for an album listening party. As you can see, the color orange is still very prevalent. And while I zoom in here, notice he's wearing his Donda shirt. Something's coming. On August 20th, 2020, Kanye reportedly headed to New York to go to a studio to put the finishing touches on Donda with Child. As you can see, he's got a bomber jacket on with his daughter North on the front and his son Saint on the back. So again, Donda with Child, focusing somewhat on abortion and life. He's got his kids on his jacket. Like I mentioned earlier, this is the album Rollout. His label Def Jam is also located in New York, so it's also been theorized he's there to play them the album and talk to them about his marketing plans. On August 23rd, 2020, a few people connected to Yeezy announced that they were headed to Atlanta. That same day, Kanye was seen with John Monopoly and Farnsworth Bentley in South Carolina, which is a couple hours away from Atlanta. Also that day, a person by the name of Blue Boy, who I believe is a visual artist, and was one of the people that Kanye was with when I mentioned earlier he was in Atlanta, supposedly for a private listening party. He said he was about to meet up with Kanye for the 3rd time. So the ball is moving. Oh yeah, and Kanye met with 2 Chainz to go on a little nighttime bike ride. They ended up heading back to the warehouse where all the supposed Yeezy and Donda stuff is going on. So...
yeah, boy. I didn't know this was what we doing. You gotta keep up. This way, right? I don't know where the fuck I'm at. Do it, go get it working. Good old cardio.
Like a motherfucking baby.
Good cardio. biker gang coming in Studio 17? Yes, sir. Rich people ride bikes too, I see.
And if there were any doubts that Lil Baby actually went to Wyoming, here's proof. As you can see, they're all mesmerized by something. Boo Convict in the back, not sure who that is. Baby's obviously entertained by whatever it is, and Ye's making a stank face. Most people have been theorizing they're listening to a song, and that would make sense because there's a microphone right here. But I don't know. I feel like they're watching a YouTube video or something. We'll see. On August 25th, 2020, someone who works with Kanye's videographer posted this little video preview online. If it looks familiar, or maybe doesn't, the colors and landscape are reminiscent of the current Donda album cover. Also, they're still teasing Alien with this little UFO emoji down here, so we'll see where this goes. On August 7th, 2020, Rick Ross spoke to Complex about Kanye. He said he didn't like all the stuff he's been seeing lately in the headlines, and he said Kanye had tried to have somebody reach out to him, but he slept through the call. Eddie said he wants to meet with him and talk before he quote-unquote drops him on his head. Well, apparently, they met up, and all is well, because on August 25th, 2020, he posted up the pic of them in the Yeezy warehouse in Atlanta. On August 28th, 2020, Current Frost posted up this pic to his IG story, showing you what is now believed to be the YEEZYGAP warehouse. As you can see, there's all these clothes laying about the floor, and also on the wall, it's a bunch of pictures of Kanye's outfits throughout the years. There's a lot of people headed over to his warehouse right now, so I suspect there's going to be something like an album listening party, mixed with a YEEZYGAP shoot, so we'll see. Also, this same day, a preview was posted that Kanye is going to be doing an interview on Nick Cannon's show early September. You might remember they had a brief beef back in the Yandhi era, after Vlad TV asked Nick Cannon some speculatory questions about Kim K. And if you remember, that's where the famous Kanye going under the train video came from.
I just wanted to express some things that were not sitting right with my spirit. Now that I'm about the sunken place, I can think and I could just be Ye and just express how I feel. There's a couple things that I want to address. First of all, I want to address Nick Cannon. Like, I understand that you used to date my wife, but you know, you get in an interview, don't mention my wife. If someone brings my wife up, you say, hey, I respect that man, I'm not speaking on that. Don't be making those suggestions like nobody fucked my wife.
Now, I believe sometime after that video, they both got on the phone and hashed it out. So I guess they're good now. Now, Kanye doesn't really seem to ever do interviews unless there's music or clothes coming out, which we know he has both. So there's that. Now, Nick Cannon recently got into some trouble for some stuff he said about Jews, and he was also asked by a reporter if he would vote for Kanye, which he said he would. So I'm pretty sure in this interview they're going to cover a whole bunch of stuff that's been going on in the past few months. Hopefully it won't cause too much trouble, but, you know, we'll see. On August 30th, 2020, this pic was taken at the supposed Yeezy warehouse in Atlanta. As you can see on the projection, it says Kanye West, ANGELZ, a Hype Williams film. Now, Hype Williams is a music video director who's worked on a bunch of Kanye's music videos, as well as a bunch of other hip-hop legends. So it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do this time. Now, Kanye did say there was going to be a movie to go of Donda, so I don't know if this is just a segment, there's a new name for the movie, or a whole different project altogether. But we'll see. On August 31st, 2020, a man by the name of Justin Staple, who's been working with Lil Baby recently, retweeted this post that Kanye's videographer posted of a video back in the Yandhi era. The video is a quick clip of Kanye with the Yandhi song Hurricane playing in the background. It's been theorized that Hurricane was the song that Lil Baby hopped on when he went to Wyoming. And this guy Justin's caption for the tweet was, Donda, album of the year easily. So, Baby on Hurricane, Donda coming when it comes. On September 1st and September 8th, Nick Cannon released part 1 and 2 of his interview with Kanye. And there hasn't been much new Donda news recently, so here's some highlight clips.
Like, I always knew that I should have a vest on right now. Like, I always knew I was going to wear a vest as a part of my campaign. My dad was like, so why did you wear a vest? I was like, I saw one. It just reminded me, I was like, oh man, I really meant to wear a vest. If I sound normal, then the whole world failed, not just me.
Right.
Like I should not say nothing that sounds normal. This is a very super normal situation that we're dealing with here.
Multi-billionaire.
And multi-genius.
I forgot the multi.
What my whole thing I hate about 1 billionaires, if they
Dude, I can't stand them 1 billionaire ass.
You know, if they go to Taco Bell, then they not a billionaire no more. And like, I love Taco Bell. You know,
but I want to still be a billionaire once I leave Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell and Bell. And like, I'm gonna tell you, better not nobody say nothing bad about Taco Bell. That's what's not finna happen.
We ain't gonna disrespect the Bell.
You ain't finna disrespect Taco Bell or ramen noodles.
Right.
Now, I'm really into wording things in a positive affirmation. I would like to get to a point. We shall get to a point where, see, I said we because I intentionally didn't want to say I. So we shall get to a point where we can communicate as simple as Yoda. There's so many words and people get caught up in the words and we're having fights over words. But in the future, we're going to be having wars over water. And this is what I love about me crying about my daughter. And this is what I love about people ridiculing me about it.
It's being vulnerable.
Because I need all that.
Yes, because he about to take it to another level
I need
again.
all that smoke. I need all that because I got a big head. We are lower the more humble we are.
Yeah.
Because I'm walking around like, now what? Y'all said I'm crazy. Y'all said this, y'all said that. Like, I got the Forbes list, I got this, I got that. And God was like, shut up.
Yeah.
It is about my son, Jesus Christ.
Right.
And it is about what I had given you. My son has died for you.
Right.
It's nothing that you can do more than this. Our names, look at my last name. My last name's a slave name.
Right.
Where is home exactly? I don't use my mind. I mean, people are like, well, obviously he doesn't use his mind. No, I use my gut.
That instinct, your inner spirit.
I use my instinct. My instinct is infinite. My mind is limited and only an instrument.
But what
Hey, here we go. You realize that because of South Carolina, there are people who have decided to have the child because they connected. And if they were on the fence about it, they never saw anyone in my position take that position.
Facts.
And say, look at this. This is a 7-year-old right here. And she might have never made it here.
Right.
And so when I talked to my father made me apologize to him for bringing this up publicly. Somebody stand up, you gotta tell him, shut up. Because the whole setup is a setup. Hey, boy, get up, let up. We fed up. I'm going head up. When I spoke out on Twitter, that was not Christ-like. You know, that's why I had to go to my wife and say, you know, I didn't cover you the way that I should have. And I even said something because we were listening to a Kris Jenner playlist and it was all these like new edition songs and stuff. I was like, well, she is good at black playlists.
But why do you think that you're so misunderstood when trying to seek your own understanding?
I just think I say what I feel and I keep it real in a phony situation. So that looks wrong.
Truth to power. That's what that is.
Yeah, that just looks wrong to people. You know, like, let's take when I met with Jared Kushner.
Let's talk about that.
In Colorado.
Yeah, because they said there was a secret meeting that you guys set up in that.
Yeah, it ain't no secret
he's
meeting.
using you as a puppet. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, so the thing is, I'm not one of these, I'm black, so I'm Democrat. 95% of black people are Democrat.
Yeah.
I wanted to meet with Bernie Sanders before he wouldn't meet with me. Now, I'm fine to meet with Biden. I mean, he probably...
You would meet with Biden right now?
I would meet with anybody. I love everybody. I always remember who someone has been to me. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why when I had an opportunity to do Nas's album, this person made Illmatic.
Facts.
People was bugged out because they was like, you didn't give him a better album than you gave yourself. And it's like, this man Nas is like one of my heroes.
Right.
He was one of my father figures.
Right.
Nas was he was my brother. He was my stylist from a distance.
Yeah.
Fresh
cut.
What would Nas wear? How would Nas cut his hair?
Yeah.
You know, people keep on saying, I think that you and Republicans are
in cahoots.
In cahoots.
They saying that they paying you to do what you're doing to be a distraction.
Bro, can't nobody pay me.
You got more money than Trump.
I got more money than Trump.
But
no, because I had people keep on telling me, man, it's just rude to call yourself a genius. So I was like, oh, okay. How about a multi-genius? You know, the whole thing about the Harriet Tubman thing is we don't need to tear our statues down to build new ones because we don't got enough statues. That's what it is. If they ain't make Dark Fantasy, Dark Fantasy and Watch the Throne,
right,
and Cruel Summer,
talk your talk,
and Good Fridays,
and late registration.
I'm just talking about just 12 months. I'm just talking about 12 months.
Oh, you right.
I'm just talking about a 12-month period.
Yeah.
I had a friend, man, I ain't gonna say, we could edit this out, but I was saying that, and he was like, man, Cruel Summer is trash. I said, boy, you ever made something like Mercy?
You got your own party now, the birthday party. Why does...
This is our party. This is not just my party.
Our party.
This is our party, the birthday party.
And it's funny because it reminds me of one time we was on a panel, and this is when I got Kanye. We was young. It was one of the...
Even if I had to go through what Job went through.
Where everything goes away.
You know what I'm saying?
And the reason why that Joe went through that is because he feared all of those things. You don't have no fear.
Man, I see Mandela's prison cell, and I'm like, all right. We would whatever. We're not afraid of death.
He put 27 strong ones in for his people.
Yeah, we're not afraid of prison. We're not afraid of death. We just not afraid. We ain't going. That's period.
Because they want to start with slavery. Because everything looks better from slavery. If you start at slavery, everything gonna look better, look like progress.
Don't give you nothing, and if you just get a little sip of water, then you look like a horse with a sugar creep.
Best water I ever had.
That's how they be having us. Like, because there's even people that are mindful of the word crazy, like how post Me Too, men were very cautious in the way we didn't get no hug. Here, that before COVID,
nobody.
We like,
Facts.
Those are nice.
You don't cop
nails. You got. Forbes is some of my favorite white supremacists, man. They cold, bro. This is like my most favorite white supremacist is Forbes.
Tell me why, yeah.
Because, bro, I just gotta like respect they gangster, bro, because they don't live in 2020. They act like it's 1800 still, because they'll be like, read the Forbes. It's crazy racist. Every time they write stuff, and people would do articles, but it'd be like, so? But now what? They keep moving. They still in business. Every time something happens, what people got to do? Go to my old interviews. Because only my old interviews can apply to now. The majority of the things that I'm saying don't even apply to now. If you living in the present, if you living in the future, then the present is your past. My presence is the present. Kiss my ass.
Bars.
A friend of mine said, are you building single family homes? I said, I'm building single family domes. Homes.
Bars.
That's how Biggie would end a verse.
Yeah.
Homie. I was arguing with the craziest atheists. I mean, therapists need a therapist. I mean, they was pissed as asparagus.
Man! Put it on! Put it up now! Right now! Right now! Right now, Kanye! Right now! Right now! Right now, sir!
All right, here we go. On September 14th, 2020, Kanye went on yet another Twitter rant, starting off with terrible news by saying, I'm not putting no more music out until I'm done with my contract with Sony and Universal. On God. In Jesus' name, come and get me. He then called out the Vivendi family, who, if you don't know, is a mass media company and also owns half of Universal. He then said, I need a public apology from J. Cole and Drake to start with immediately. I'm Nat Turner. I'm fine for us. I assume the apology he needs from J. Cole is because J. Cole dissed him on Middle Child. He didn't call him out directly, but he implied that Kanye only does controversial things so that he can sell new shoes, which has proven not to be true, but that's what he thought. And Drake has been dissing him ever since 2018 when they got in their beef. Like literally, 90% of the songs that Drake has released since 2018, whether that be his own songs, and also mostly features on other people's songs, there's a diss somewhere in there about Kanye and or Pusha. Which if he's mad, but Drake says stuff on songs. Kanye doesn't do diss songs, so there's always how it ends up. And Nat Turner was a freedom fighter for the slaves, so you see where he's going with this. I'm the second richest black man in America. I need all my people with me for us to get free. He then says, I'm waiting to meet with Sean Carter also. Now he spelled Sean wrong, but it's all good because he doubled back and said, my bad, I meant Sean with a W in the end. No disrespect to my big bro. He's talking about Jay-Z, by the way. I'm not industry, bro. I don't care. I'm in service to Christ. We need world healing. I miss my brothers. I refuse to argue with black men on labels we don't own, even Twitter. He then says, I have the utmost respect for all brothers. We need to link and respect each other. No more dissing each other on labels we don't own. Then he moves on and says, I'm sure Steve Stout was hurt that he didn't do the McDonald's deal. Steve's a good man. Travis is a good man. My brothers, let's rise up. He's referring to the Happy Meal deal that Travis Scott just did with McDonald's. Let's stop killing each other. Let's show God that we're God's people. My ego gets the best of me too. God doesn't measure us by money in his kingdom. Let's love each other. I love my brothers, and I miss my friends. Real talk. And that's very reminiscent of his lyrics from the original Salah, from Yandhi, and it's one of my favorite lyrics of his of all time, where he says, stop killing and make up, nigga. That's the shit to shake up niggas. He then says he deleted that tweet about riches. The wealth is in our family and our brothers, and our service to God. Let's rise up. Let's communicate. He then calls out Sony and Universal again by saying, I need to see everybody's contracts at Universal and Sony. I'm not going to watch my people be enslaved. I'm putting my life on the line for my people. The music industry and the NBA are modern day slave ships. I'm the new Moses. Which, by this video, can you say he's not?
Watch this.
He then tweets out this news post about Kevin Durant and Steve Stout having a conversation and bringing up Kanye saying, I don't want anybody black running around voting for Kanye West. And to cap it off, for now, he says, Steve Stout is a good man. This is my brother. I'm disappointed with a lot of his recent decisions, but Steve is my brother. I understand, bro. I'm here for life. So, if he's serious about the not releasing music until he's out of his contract, he's been beefing with them at least since around the time he went to Uganda during the Yandhi era, which was late 2018. So I don't know where that's going to go, but for now, Donda delayed. And I think this is where we'll end part 2. Hopefully part 3 will be the final part, and that's coming whenever it comes.